What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, undefeated, 3-division world champion, superstar boxer, Gervonta Tank Davis, 27 wins, no loss and no draw, 25 big wins by way of knockout. He is 27 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. Gervonta Tank Davis at one point simultaneously held the WBA super title at 130, the WBA super title at 130, the WBA regular title at 135 and 140 simultaneously, all at the same time. Gervonta Tank Davis is viewed as the cash cow from 140 junior welterweight on down. Okay, Gervonta Tank Davis in his last fight with fellow stablemate, lightweight title contender star boxer Rolando "Rolly" Romero, Gervonta Tank Davis did a reported 350,000 to 400,000 pay-per-view buys, and he broke the live gate for the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, May 28th, and did a gate of $5 million, the biggest gate in the boxing event at the Barclays Center, right? And so with that said, Gervonta Tank Davis is, linked and reported to possibly facing off against undefeated, rising lightweight, junior welterweight, Mexican superstar title contender, King Ryan Garcia. Okay, Ryan Garcia is 23 wins, no loss and no draw, 19 wins by way of knockout, 23 years of age, 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach. He just recently fought this past weekend against former multi-division world champion, Dominican Republic star boxer, Javier Fortuna, in which he too got a 6-round knockout victory over Javier Fortuna, dropping Javier Fortuna 3 times in the fight and getting a knockout victory. Gervonta Tank Davis, he brutally knocked out Rolly Romero in the 6th round of his fight. And so the two have been linked, but this is an ongoing story. This is not the first time they have been linked to one another. And so with that said, okay, everybody, wants to see this fight. They're saying that it's a big fight. And mainly because of the storyline, right? Because Gervonta Tank Davis is promoted by retired, legendary, iconic, Hall of Fame superstar, 5-division world champion, Olympic silver medalist, boxer in Floyd Mayweather Jr., retired 50-0, the man known as money. Broke every pay-per-view record known to boxing, made more money than anybody in the history of the sport of boxing. Floyd Mayweather is the man. And Oscar De La Hoya, Olympic gold medalist, 5-division world champion, superstar boxer, Hall of Fame, iconic, Oscar the Golden Boy De La Hoya. He promotes Ryan Garcia. So it's like they're cutting the same mold. Gervonta Tank Davis is cutting the mold of Floyd Mayweather. Ryan Garcia is cutting the mold of Oscar De La Hoya. And Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather, when they came together in 2007, they held the record for pay-per-view, revenue, gates, everything. They broke every record known to boxing, right? When they came together, okay? And, since then, obviously, Floyd Mayweather has went on to break that record 2 times, 3 times over, but it still holds to be one of the biggest records in the sport of boxing, right? And so Gervonta Tank Davis is somewhat cutting the mold of Floyd Mayweather, his flashy lifestyle, right? Ryan Garcia is cutting the mold of Oscar De La Hoya, right? The pretty boy, the ladies' man, and he captures the casual fans with his smile and things of that nature. Cool. It's the storyline. So people tend to pit those two together. And because Floyd Mayweather and Oscar has a rivalry still today, they don't like each other. Okay? At one point, they were cordial with each other when they were working together, but they don't like each other. Okay? And so it's like reliving it all over again. And so Ryan Garcia has a huge following outside of the sport of boxing, not inside the sport of boxing, right? Now, many people, because of his endorsements, Gatorade commercials, Ryan Garcia has 9 million social media followers. He has the attention of the casual young adult teenager, eyes, even kids, right? Because he has these clips that he puts up where he's hitting a cobra bag, with his hand speed, and he's marketed himself perfectly, right? And so many people feel like that translates in the sport of boxing. He has the eye of the casual fans, and so that's why many people want to see Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Tank Davis, not actually what Ryan Garcia has achieved in the sport of boxing, okay? Because he hasn't achieved much in the sport, if anything. He's never fought for a world title, never won a world title, obviously. You have to fight for one to win one, okay? And, you know, he gets knockouts, right? So, again, like I always say, he is YouTube sensation turned professional boxer Jake Paul. That's what he is, with an amateur background, right? And he can fight because he's grew up in the sport of boxing, but that's not his first love. It's clear, right? Hence, when he parted ways with two-time trainer of the year, well-renowned trainer Eddie Reynoso, and 4-division world champion Mexican superstar boxer who is currently the undisputed super middleweight world champion, Saul Canelo Alvarez, who's considered the face of the sport of boxing. Canelo Alvarez, like, this dude is not committed to the sport of boxing. It's a shame he's wasting his talent. He's more concerned with being a celebrity outside the sport of boxing. Canelo Alvarez is a superstar. He's a celebrity outside the sport of boxing, but Canelo Alvarez built it inside the sport of boxing first, right? He built his qualms inside the sport of boxing. And then he worked on it outside the sport of boxing and became the face of the sport of boxing. So Canelo Alvarez, he just can't relate to what Ryan Garcia's, how Ryan Garcia does things. And they've been going back and forth in social media, Ryan Garcia and Canelo Alvarez. And with that said, Ryan Garcia, you know, he's saying that he's going to pursue Gervonta Tank Davis in the same manner that the late, great, legendary, iconic Hall of Fame superstar boxer, the GOAT, Muhammad Ali, did when he pursued, you know, Sonny Liston for a world title at the, you know, at the tender age of, you know, in his early 20s, right? 21 years old. Nobody, 21, 22 years old. Nobody believed that 21, 22, 23-year-olds Cassius Clay could beat the boogeyman and Sonny Liston. So Ryan Garcia saying that he's taking a page out of that book, and he's going to pursue the boogeyman and Tank Davis, who's the knockout artist, right? And then he stated that, you know, people feel like Ryan Garcia he has a huge following. So Gervonta Tank Davis exposed it, and Gervonta Tank Davis showed the numbers, and he revealed Ryan Garcia's numbers, and he revealed Ryan Garcia's biggest payday, right? His biggest payday to the day is, I believe he got $2 million for his last fight with Javier Fortuna, right? Ryan Garcia makes his money outside the sport of boxing, his endorsements, his social media. That's where he makes his money, not in the sport of boxing. And hence, many people believe that that's the reason why he's not motivated, you know, inside the sport of boxing. He don't really, you know, many fighters, Ryan Garcia tell you he grew up hard, and he didn't know where his next meal was coming from, and you know, it was a struggle, and maybe that's the case. But Ryan Garcia has found a way out without the sport of boxing, right? And he uses the sport of boxing, don't get me wrong, with hitting the COVID bag on social media and things of that nature, but more so without the sport of boxing, Ryan Garcia has made his name outside the sport of boxing, right? And so, you know, you have fighters that are hungry inside the sport of boxing because that's how they feed their family, right? Undefeated, undisputed lightweight world champion superstar boxer Devin the Dream Haney, 28 wins, no loss, no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout, 23 years of age, 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm. He came through the amateur system with Ryan Garcia. Devin the Dream Haney, he's building his legacy and making his money inside the sport of boxing. So they're hungry, they're committed. Ryan Garcia, you can see in his fights, haven't gotten better, right? You can see there's no growth. It's the same fighter, right? He has very fast hands. He's very flat-footed. He's very stationary. He fights with his chin straight up in the air. He's defensively irresponsible. He pulls straight back in his fights, but he has power. He has a beautiful left hook and a right hook, especially to the left hook to the body. Okay, he has power in both hands. He's big, he's young, he's strong, and he has fast hands. And he's more talented than the guys he's fighting. But that's it. You see no growth. You don't see, he's not committing to using a jab and setting up punches. No, he's very aggressive. He's very big. He uses his abilities, his talents, that he's more talented than the guys he's facing, and that gets him the victories. Period. Now Ryan Garcia was fighting at 135. Now Ryan Garcia is saying, I ain't going back down to 135. He took a year off, right? from the sport of boxing. He took a year off. He cited that he had mental health issues. Then he had a hand injury he had to attest to, you know. And so he took the year off. He came back. He fought at 140. Then his next fight, 140. Now he's saying he's not going back to 135. Why? Because he's not committed. Not that he has body fat or he's out of shape. He's growing, but he's not fully committed to the sport of boxing. He's not going to attempt to make 135 like Devin Haney is for his legacy. Devin Haney's outgrowing the 135 division, but for his legacy, Devin Haney is choosing, I need to stay here. I need to build up my legacy. I need to make this happen. That's what Devin Haney is doing. That's not what Ryan Garcia does. You understand? And so because of that, right, you can see a clear difference. There's no growth. You can see growth in Gervonta Tank Davis. Again, you can see growth in Teofimo Lopez. You can see growth in Devin Haney. You don't see any growth with Ryan Garcia. None. And so people peg him as a cash cow, a mega fight with Gervonta Tank Davis. Again, that's more so because of the storyline between Floyd Mayweather and Oscar De La Hoya and Ryan Garcia's social media followers. They're cool. But like Gervonta Tank Davis said, he's the cash cow. So you got Oscar De La Hoya telling the world that the fight need to be 50-50 straight down the line. He fights on the zone. Gervonta Tank Davis fights on Showtime. Gervonta Tank Davis is the cash cow. He's the A side. But they're saying that the fight needs to be 50-50 in order for it to happen. The fight needs to be split between both networks. Showtime is a bigger sporting network than the zone. It don't need to be split, period. So Gervonta Tank Davis reveals Ryan Garcia's numbers. They ain't doing well. He reveals his pay ain't big. And so Ryan Garcia, he responds by saying, it's not about money. It's about fights. It's about legacy. So let's see how it unfolds. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon, and get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.